So it turns out if you really want to learn Spanish quickly, just spend a night in Mexican jail. Long story. I won't talk about it. Hola, ¿cómo están? Welcome to the Beer, the Brand, the Brawn. We have a special guest today. I'm not really sure if it's correct to talk about how she got the name The Belligerent, but we'll let the three people who listen to this, we'll let their imaginations just take their course. So, Natalie, would you like to introduce yourself?
I would love to. My name is Natalie Russell. I've been knowing these three great guys for a few months now, and so I'm very honored to be a member of your podcast today. So thank you for having me.
I'm just excited that we're getting guest stars on our podcast that only has, what'd you say, 3 people?
I mean, I figure the three of us listen to it, but...
Oh.
Were there 25?
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Yeah, there was quite a few.
So, like, your parents,
oh,
my
I did
parents.
not advertise.
So I'm going to be famous after this.
Totes.
Yeah, I feel like if Bauman would just advertise this out, just like one Facebook post, we would get so many more followers.
You are kind of famous.
Because you put the
But with great power comes responsibility.
Yeah, and your responsibility should be putting this podcast out.
But what if I have like another dope idea, and then they're like, man, you're just blasting us about this podcast, and now we didn't want to see your idea?
Because then you could say the idea on the podcast.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yep.
Get your priorities in line, Bauman.
I guess I need to.
Man, the Belligerent's already
I know,
beating
coming
heads,
out.
knocking skulls.
We'll quit. She can take
Belligerent in
my
many
spot.
ways.
All right, guys, let's talk about the topics of the week. First, we're going to talk about the Game of Thrones teaser trailer. Did you guys all see it with the dead faces?
Yeah, it was lame.
Yes, I did see it. The music was not lame, though. You have to give props to the music. It really made me feel like I was a member.
Of the House of Black
Khaleesi
and White.
2.0. Just saying.
Have you seen it, Game of Thrones? Do you watch
I
it?
actually am starting my binge fest on it because everyone's like, oh, yeah, it's going to be starting in April. And I always wanted to be, one of the Game of Thrones fans, super fan. But, I had other shows that came first. So
are you on season 1?
Yes.
You watching it?
I am.
How far are you in?
1 episode.
1 episode in.
No, it's not that I don't like it. It's just I haven't had time to binge it yet.
She is binge watching Game of Thrones. And
I
only on
can't
the
be one
first
of those
episode.
people that just watches 1 episode, walks away. I have to be in it to win it till the end.
Well, actually, I'm glad that you told us where you are. That way we don't spoil anything, because I was
Thank
about
you.
to go on a whole tangent.
Okay.
So,
Well, I feel like you need to because, well, obviously they've died. All their faces are dead. But can I just say, at the very end of the trailer, I was expecting some eyes to flash open, and it didn't happen.
Well, one of the weird things is that a lot of the characters that are actually on the wall aren't actually dead
not
in the
dead.
show.
Yeah.
So
not yet.
that's interesting. Yeah, not yet. But what's interesting to me, I think, is that we are less than 2 months out. We are less than 2 months out, and we've only had a teaser trailer. We haven't actually got a full-fledged trailer yet, and I feel like that's really odd. What do you guys think? Haven't we gotten these trailers sooner?
I'm actually kind of over Game of Thrones.
Do you think they're doing it because
Of course you are.
Do you think they're doing it because we haven't, the readers have no idea what's coming next?
I don't know.
I think
They
that
had
plays
the
a role.
delays.
I mean, up till now, everyone who's read the books knew not exactly what was going to happen. We had a very good idea as to what was going to happen, but now, I mean, we're off the rails. We're, this is all new to us.
Yeah. No, I mean, they had those delays. This could be part of it. And they usually do the teasers. I don't recall full trailers ever before the show started.
They had a few. Hell, last year they had 3.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
They had them from different people's perspective.
I feel like I'm about to be let down, though. I know I'm coming into this super fresh.
oh, you are.
But my problem is, so I'm kind of a feminist a little bit. And by a little bit, I'm definitely a feminist. And it's you know what? I'm all about Khaleesi, but I feel like she's going to end up totally letting me down
She
and
will.
not being a strong, independent woman that she looks like.
She totally is.
Yeah, that's accurate.
That's,
She has a
I mean-
disappointing arc. I mean, it's good, and then it's not, and then it looks like it has potential to be decent again without getting into anything. I think he lost his vision for her for a bit. Really.
Although, actually, if you're looking for a feminist heroine, do not look at Khaleesi. I would definitely look into Arya.
okay, I'll take
Definitely. I mean,
She's 11 years old, and she
Or
is
the Queen of Thorns.
Well, yeah, I'm talking main characters though. Arya does not give one damn, and she's so bad.
Hey, what's our policy on cursing?
She's a trap queen, for sure.
we want to not do that, so we
Right.
have more people.
Right.
Well, shit.
Yeah, no, I'd say Arya. Maybe, well, definitely the Queen of Thorns. Maybe Marjorie to some extent.
Oh, well, I think she's being groomed by the Queen of Thrones. So
Thorns.
Thrones. Well,
You never know.
You never know what she's
with Game
doing.
of Thrones.
She pulled.
Side note, you know what's really weird is
You're eating Taco Bell.
it's the power
When I told you that I
burrito.
got
It's the
E. coli
healthy
from Taco
one.
Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never seen you eat Taco Bell, I don't feel like. Or you have and I blocked it.
it's the healthy Taco Bell.
It's a cheat day. It's fine.
It's
Well, I'm sorry, Stu. Please
no,
continue.
it's all right. So this really won't make sense to you for another 2 seasons.
Who knows?
But to you guys, the lady who plays Elena,
yeah.
Diana Rigg, the actress.
Dame Diana Rigg.
Yeah, if you look at her when she's in her 20s and 30s, I swear to God, well, yes, she was very attractive back in the day. Woo. But no, like, it's kind of scary how much she looks like, what is her name? The girl who plays Marjorie. Like, kind of scary similarities. Yeah, so whoever cast that did a very good job because, A, she kills that role, at B, she also kind of looks like the woman who plays her granddaughter in the show.
Diana Rigg's legit.
Yeah.
She could be my favorite old lady.
Ever?
I'd have to do some
that's
thinking about
Betty flippin' White.
it. Man, she's played out. She's the Game of Thrones of
But
old celebrities.
No.
She's Betty White.
But she's Betty
Betty
White.
Double
She's
it.
92, and I guarantee she'd probably outdrink us all.
Yeah, I don't really booze.
I like to
I
imagine
don't think
that.
that's true at all.
That is true.
I believe
You're
like 2
Belligerent
weeks
2.0.
ago
Like
you didn't come
once.
into work
We're the
because you
Belligerent
were so
siblings.
hungover.
That's not true. I was here. I was here the whole day.
Well, like
And,
You were here physically.
Yeah, that's accurate. Well, I don't ever really booze,
Weren't
but
you
when I
late?
do,
Like an hour
not
late?
because of that. Yeah, what was that day? Ooh, I should probably double check.
By the way, they confirm that mead is actually healthy for you. It helps your
of the
immune
honey.
system.
Yeah.
So I think there's only one solution, and that is the Viking Rage.
Yeah, we never did that.
We need to.
For those of you who don't know about the Viking Rage, we're gonna build a big Viking castle, get smashed on mead, and then get a bunch of battle axes and flaming swords and mess stuff up. I feel like summer's on its way. It's the perfect season for Viking Rage. So expect.
I
more
would say I
details
start
soon.
growing a beard, but I think
Check,
a year from now I wouldn't be to where Zach is right now with this 5 o'clock shadow.
dude. What we should do
It'd be
is get you
pathetic.
like a prosthetic beard made from like
You mean the Believe?
albino yaks.
Believe and Believe?
Can we
Yeah,
also
the
throw
weave.
in a clip in Man Bun?
No.
That
I'm
should-
glad you
that
brought
should
that
be
up.
a
I
topic
think
this
Stu
week.
should.
The
I think
flip on
Stu
Man Bun.
should have a man bun.
I'm glad we brought this up because man
All in favor,
buns
say
are
aye.
a scourge
Aye.
on society and just in general on Earth.
I'm gonna cut in for a second. You got to be able to work that man bun though, because if you got a dirty if you have a dirty man bun and it's all like just looks like a nest up there, no, it's not okay. But if you can really get the wrist action when it comes to twisting the ponytail into your hair and you work that man bun, you wear that man
spend
bun.
a lot of time thinking about man bun.
I've seen a lot of
kidding,
man
no.
buns in my day.
Would you call yourself a man bunologist?
That's weird.
So many.
A man
so many
bunologist.
things.
I mean, I'm kind of a connoisseur of the man buns. I mean,
Wait, this is supposed to be a family-friendly show.
this is very family friendly.
Just took a quick trip to Awkward Town.
I'm just saying,
I think we should move on.
yeah.
I think we just figured out the title of this episode.
Yeah, man bun connoisseur.
Man buns. So, no, if you're a dude, you have short hair. I'm sorry, that's the way it goes. This ain't biblical times. We have these things called scissors now. Cut your hair, hippie.
Would you say that to Clay Matthews?
Whoa. See, I
No,
almost
because
went,
he's bigger than me and he's got
wait.
Samson strength. If you
Would
cut
you say
his
that
hair,
to Samson?
no, because like I said, this is modern times. We have scissors. I don't know if did they have scissors back then?
We need to go back for a second.
Yes, do tell.
There was a very negative tone with your hippie comment, and my B was almost bohemian because we've talked about this. I am a hippie that was forced to grow up by my parents, so I'm a little offended by the tone in your hippie comment. There's nothing wrong with hippies. Express yourself.
Do you live out in the woods and not bathe except for when it rains?
Have you been known to hug trees and cry about lumberjacks?
Lumberjacks.
Don't know where
Logging.
I'm going with it. Yeah, logging.
It's more like I'm just a free bird. I'm a clean hippie. I like to shower.
Then thereby you are not a hippie.
Yes, you can be a clean hippie. That's
No,
where
that's-
New Age bohemian comes in.
Then you're a bohemian. You're not
There
a
we
hippie.
go. But I still support my hippie bros and sisses.
Moving
on.
Okay, let's go on to the next topic. Marvel teases how C-3PO got his red arm. So if you haven't seen The Force Awakens, spoiler alert, C-3PO has a red arm. There will be a special comic book Star Wars Special C-3PO number 1, written by James Robertson and artist Tony Harris. Hit shelf March 30th.
Can we just... Okay.
I honestly don't care.
Not yet. Yes, thank you. Who gives a damn about he has a red arm?
Not this guy.
Well, I'm kind of annoyed that he has a red arm more than I really care why he has a red arm.
Yeah.
Just why couldn't it just be gold? Like, did they run out of gold?
Hit it with some spray paint.
Can we break this down for a second? Tell me about this red arm. Is it cool? Does it?
No,
He
it's
is gold, and he just has a red arm.
Why does he have a red arm though? Does it?
This is what the
does-
comic book is going to tell
That's
you.
the question.
So did it increase his street cred?
No.
If anything,
Everyone-
it made it worse.
Yeah.
he's a
Yes,
member
I
of the
would
Bloods
agree.
now because it's red. No, but okay. As someone who grew up loving Star Wars, I read the Star Wars books, went to all the movies multiple times. Okay, that's fine. You know how much I care about the C-3PO red arm thing? They could just say, "Oh yeah, he has a red arm. What happened? His old arm broke." Okay, problem solved. I don't need a flipping comic book to tell me about why a damn robot, everyone's least favorite robot, let's be honest, has a red arm. I don't care.
I mean, you really don't care about comic books as it is. I like comic books, but I don't care. I don't follow the Star Wars comic book line. I know
What
Bauman
y'all
does.
just missed was that I showed Natalie the picture of his new red arm, and she whispers, "He's cute."
Look at his face. It's like he's very hurt inside, and this red arm is, I think it's a good thing. I'm glad he has a red arm. He just wants to be different.
He can be the most annoying character outside of Jar Jar Binks.
But look at his face. That's all that matters.
I
right
really
now.
feel like Natalie brings something else to this podcast.
A
I
sense
don't know
of-
what
a
that
sense of
is yet.
humanity.
I feel like it could be negative, but I'm gonna let it go.
No, what it is I love the fact that you're the belligerent supposedly, and you're like the nicest person here. You're like, oh, he looks nice. Oh,
That's
don't be
because
mean.
we
We're
haven't
all
given
these
what she
assholes.
That's
outside
because
of
it
here.
is Friday at 12:49.
She hasn't had her mead yet.
I've seen her on
I've
the
not
streets.
had my scissorp yet.
The name is appropriate.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I just had
Okay.
him.
Kidding.
Back on.
I have nothing. Well done.
Next, Netflix March takeover. So for the next month, I feel like Netflix is bringing a lot of big shows, titles at least. Fuller House, bringing back the Full House cast.
Uncle Jesse for the win.
House of Cards season 4 comes out March 4th. Daredevil season 2 comes out March 18th. If you're a Pee Wee Herman fan, Pee Wee's
Who
bigot.
isn't?
That's what I'm saying.
I hate Pee Wee Herman. He always creeped me
He's
out.
a creepy son of a bitch.
Whatever, man. Pee Wee's
Creepy.
Playhouse
But he
was a
does that
dope show.
dance.
No.
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 Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah.
This is not happening.
I'm going to
happening.
take charge on Fuller House for a second.
Go for it.
I'm actually not excited about it. I
either.
loved Full House. Some things just need to stay in the 90s. You know what I mean?
So I'm
Just
going to break
needs to
this
stay
down.
there.
I watched season
Jean
1
shorts outside of the Indy 500.
or episode 1
Okay.
of Fuller House. They brought back, I don't know how many seasons there were, 7 or 8 or 9, however many there were. They brought every nostalgic piece back in that one first episode, which was 45 minutes long, every piece of it. From what the new kids, like the kids now, they kind of bother me. They're not, I don't think they're very good actors.
Did they bring the twins on?
Yes.
They did.
Yes,
Okay.
they are special guests. So the original adult cast and those two twins are going to be considered special guests. They're not on every week to week.
I thought the Olsen
Which is the only
twins
damn-
Not
That's
the Olsen
the problem,
twins.
though.
Sorry, not
Yeah.
the Olsens. Are
Yeah.
you talking about
no,
the
No,
Olsen
I'm talking
twins?
about Uncle Jesse and Rebecca's twins, Alex
Yes.
and
Nikki.
Nikki. But I'm upset that they didn't bring the Olsen twins back.
They were
For a
asked.
joke. How wooed.
They did ask, and they make fun of that in the episodes. And she didn't say how rude.
And I know she did. How
No.
wooed. That wasn't Stephanie.
That was Stephanie.
No. Yes.
It was Stephanie.
You're right. It was. You're
Yes,
right. It
it
was
was
Stephanie.
Man,
But like,
the street cred's dropping.
it is. Oof, that was bad.
But they did offer it to them. They said they didn't want to be a part of it. They
Yeah.
make reference that they are not a part of it. Like, they will dive that down deeply that they did not participate in this, but they are welcome to come back at any time.
It's just upsetting. I mean,
I'm just saying, okay, so going back to what I was saying, the kids, they need to become better. The little kids need to become like 90s kid actors because for some reason the millennial kids really suck at being TV kids. The adults are just kind of like, yeah, we're back playing the same roles, but we're like 20 years older and have other lives. I don't know. It seemed like they all wanted to be there, but I felt like their character roles were completely different. Now the kids, the original kids who are now grown up, I think they did a fine job.
Here's my question. What the hell does Mary-Kate and Ashley have going on in their lives that is so damn important that they can't do this?
Their fashion empire.
Who?
I don't know.
Who the shit Where's Mary-Kate and Ashley stuff?
They changed the name. I don't know what it is. I was talking to a coworker and she told me what their names were, and I don't remember.
They changed their names?
No, they changed the name of their brand. Like their brand name isn't Mary-Kate and Ashley. It's like Elizabeth and something else.
Still never heard of it.
I don't know.
Man, what the hell?
Let's see. And then the last thing is Flaked, which is a Will Arnett comedy show. Season 1 is March 11th.
Netflix loves Will Arnett, and so does Andy Bauman.
That is so true.
Because they got BoJack Horseman, hilarious. They got he was on something else with them recently. Can't recall what it was, but BoJack's legit.
Well, he's on Arrested Development.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that show. That was a...
Well, they do now,
They
but it
bought
used
it.
to be a Fox show. Yeah. And then Netflix picked it up after it had been canceled for like 2 or 3 years.
Oh, that's right. They did pick up the last season.
And I think the new season should be out pretty soon on that.
So yeah, I feel like there are times, especially like in the beginning of this month and maybe last month, where I was like, I didn't have any Netflix shows to watch. And then Netflix throws at me, Fuller House, House of Cards, Daredevil, and then maybe this Flaked show, like all in 1 month. And I feel like, unless you're going to plan on having something big and popular every month.
But they do.
But what came out I guess technically Fuller House came out today.
Fuller House. You had the new, what's that martial arts movie? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon just dropped today. They made a sequel that Netflix made.
But isn't that just one ep?
Yeah, it's like a movie. But I'm just saying they have big tentpole things every month. And then something else comes out in April. And then they have Marco Polo. So, I mean, the summers are big for them. Okay. But I have noticed they've been getting rid of a lot of newer movies.
Yeah.
And then, like, adding old TV shows.
Which
isn't
I'm
the
fine with old TV
wanted.
shows. Which brings me back to let me go back to Fuller House real quick. If Netflix is going to bring Fuller House onto theirs...
Are they bringing back Perfect Strangers?
No.
What about
No.
Step by Step?
Woo! Wait, hold on, guys. They need to put the actual original seasons of Full House on Netflix.
Yeah, for people who didn't watch
That's
it.
a good point.
Or
Need to
people
catch
who
up.
just want to rewatch it.
Yeah, that's true.
All
That's
3
true.
of them.
So,
And Natalie.
well, I would like to rewatch it.
And
Like,
Zach.
I mean, me and my wife would like to watch it. It's kind of nostalgia.
I don't even have
from the
Netflix,
90s.
so
I'm sorry.
Oh.
What?
Man, you're...
I don't have Netflix.
Do you have HBO Go? Do you have Hulu?
I have HBO, like just in general on cable.
Well, then you should have HBO Go.
Yeah, I mean by default I do. So yes,
Let's trade
Okay,
passwords,
that's okay
dude.
then. I won't judge you for not having Netflix.
Yeah,
You can
but-
just bum it off people.
I just don't watch TV a whole lot. I work out and do stuff outside.
You can
Speaking
do
of,
stuff while still watching.
3 of the people of the 4 playing paintball pretty soon.
Yeah, the fourth one should come in.
Okay, I am going to just tell you, when I was younger, I was shot 3 times point blank by my brother when he got a brand new paintball gun in the shins, in the neck, and in the forehead. So I am very traumatized by paintballs.
But, I mean, obviously you survived.
So
it hurt
when you were
the
younger,
shin.
were you afraid of the dark?
No, I was not.
Were you afraid of spiders or bugs or anything
Okay,
else?
define afraid. I'm not afraid of it, but
Like, if you
they
knew
creep
there was
me out.
one kind of creeping up your back right now,
Ooh.
how bummed out would you be?
I would be upset. I would
It's
be
kind
up.
of occurring.
No, it's not. Don't even joke. Don't joke.
But see, my point is that you're always afraid of stuff as a child. Me myself, I was afraid of the dark. I knew there were vampires in there. They're gonna get me. But guess what? I'm now an adult. I have
Pain is
faced my fear.
pain, no matter how old you are, though. That hurts. I don't want to get shot in the shin or in the forehead.
But you have
You have a
on.
mask and you have layers on.
Yeah, but it still welts. And okay, listeners, I bruise very easily, and I guarantee you I'll just have little welts. I am the baby of 5 older brothers.
You should be toughened up by now. What the hell?
You know
Yeah.
what my brother used to do to me as a child? We would play ping pong.
Mm.
And this was like in the summertime, so we had a pool and we'd be in our swimsuits. He would hit me as hard as he could with the ping pong ball, and
That's
I'd have
Texas
to take
pong.
it. I'd have to take it. I'd put my arms behind my back and close my eyes, and if I wimped out, he would have
If
to
he
do it 3
scored?
more times.
Yeah, it's called Texas Pong. It makes it so you never want to lose again.
It's a hard knock life growing up as a Russell.
You should thank him.
It's true. It has made me, belligerent.
See? And now that you're older, now that you are the belligerent, maybe now you can just unleash paintball hell on other people.
You want
the
to know
lowly,
a
the interns.
less
They're not even real
scary
people.
story? Like when you shoot the paintball and it's like kind of like if it doesn't bust, it's like kind of soft and gooey. I used to like to run around and like pop them so they'd bust. And one time I popped one and it shot in my eye, so that was another problem.
Oh, that's fun.
Less dramatic. But
You know what you should do to defend yourself? You should watch Netflix's next series called Iron Fist. and they just casted.
That was the
Iron
worst
Fist.
transition.
I
I've
was
ever
about to
heard
be
in my
like-
life.
I'm trying to.
You
get,
should be
this is-
ashamed of
sorry.
yourself.
No.
Good God.
Rewind. All right.
quit.
So, anyways,
He's responsible.
so the guy who plays
Ugh.
Loras Tyrell in Game of Thrones will be Iron Fist.
You'll meet him
in
later.
Netflix Marvel series. Well, he's in the first season. Will be Iron Fist in Netflix's next Marvel series, leading to the Defenders show.
Yeah.
You're not impressed?
I'm not a huge Iron Fist fan. I have a couple of his comics from like the 70s somehow. I don't know how I
I
have
don't
them.
know what the hell that is.
Iron
All right.
Fist and Luke
I'm
Cage.
assuming it
were
has to
the
do with
heroes
the
for
fist
hire.
made of iron.
No, he was this white dude that like named Danny Rand or Danny something. Got like imbued with some sort of mystical martial arts tomfoolery, and then started dropping bombs on people.
From the ancient land of Kunlun.
There you go.
That was easy for you to say.
And so then him and Luke Cage and there's somebody else would go, and they were like just hanging out in Daredevil's neighborhood, and you could hire him to like be detectives and solve crimes.
So he didn't have an
whatnot.
iron fist?
No, but he could like channel it and like wreck shop on people.
Yeah,
so kind of.
and he does have some magical abilities.
Just imagine like if Bruce Lee was magical and wore like a
I
weird.
thought
It's
That
like
was magical.
Bruce Lee meets like Doctor Strange.
kind of
Kinda.
Okay. Still not going to watch it, but cool.
Yeah. It'll probably be decent. I mean, they've made good shows, but I'm not super amped for it yet.
All right, let's move on then.
Natalie, we need to teach him how to do a toss.
We do. This is true.
We need to work on this.
What do you mean?
So, so Natalie, would you like to tell him your former profession?
Like tossing to another anchor?
Well, but like you were in news. You did reporting.
Yes.
Okay.
So go ahead. You take.
So
lead and I'll
Natalie-
follow.
Did reporting. She was a reporter. I did TCOM news stuff in high school or in college. That was my major. And when you are transitioning from either A, one person to another, or B, one topic to another, you do what's called a toss. And that's where you do some kind of transition. Your toss, Zach, actually wasn't even a toss. I don't know what the hell that
Now,
was.
could you toss while tossing? Like, let's say you're doing a game of catch, you're covering like baseball or something, and like a double toss. What would you call that? Like a toss square?
Something that doesn't
Two
happen.
toss? Double toss?
Would you become a professional? Be a pro toss?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't.
These are the questions
I
people
don't
need
know.
to know.
I don't know.
Well, thanks, to.
I'm sorry. Speaking of things I should be sorry, Zach, that was a toss. You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay. Basically, Apple files a motion to throw out the court order to dismiss the FBI's request to hack the San Bernard. How do you say it? What's
San Bernardino.
that attacker's iPhone. So yeah, basically the FBI wants Apple to break into the iPhone.
Okay. I learned more about this last night real quick.
All
if I
right.
may.
You can go ahead.
I actually learned about it while watching the presidential debate.
So, can I ask one question before you do
go
that? Are you going to be pro Apple or pro FBI?
I'm pro toss.
Here is, I need to explain it.
Okay.
And that'll say why.
All right.
So, up till now, it seemed like the FBI wanted Apple to create a code where they break into any phone at any time. That's how Apple's been portraying it this entire time. Turns out, the actual fact of the case is that the FBI wants Apple to. So when you're trying to get into a phone, you're trying to unlock it over and over and over again. It locks, and eventually it'll just brick and basically erase everything. The FBI wants to bring the phone to Apple. Apple simply disables that basically self-destruct feature on this one phone. The FBI will then take it and then attempt to get into it. They don't want Apple to unlock it. They don't want Apple to create software.
Well, they actually would. They do really want that to
They
happen.
would like to,
But the court order is just officially just
they're
to do
willing
this one
to
phone.
accept,
Right.
basically just to eliminate the self-destruct sequence or whatever. So in that one regard, with A being a court order which works under the Fourth Amendment, and B it not setting a precedent to basically create a code that can get a backdoor into any phone, only within those confines am I on the side of the FBI in this one.
Okay. So that's fair statement. Completely fair.
Now, if they wanted like a backdoor into any phone, then absolutely not.
Right. And I think that's what that's what people want. They want to be
Well,
able
that's what
to.
they want, but that's not what they're going to get.
Right. But the company argues that the that this one case, even though they're not really talking about this one specific thing, they're just saying that it could cause a dangerous precedent by forcing Apple to create a backdoor, which it can be used as a backdoor because then someone could brute force that phone. So it is in turn breaking the encryption of that phone. You explained your point. I didn't argue.
Continue.
So I just see his face. He's like, give me the ridiculous. So the security on phones potentially undermine the security and privacy of hundreds of millions of users, which could mean that if this happens, basically they don't want to create the software where this could get out or this could get out to hackers and, they could be able to do the same thing, or other governments, including the Chinese government and things like that, also requesting.
But doesn't Apple already bend over backwards for China?
No.
Consistently.
For all their requests and, demands?
Every company does so that they can get into apps.
So they have no moral
so
high ground.
Kind of hypocrites is what I'm getting after.
No, because if there was a precedent to do so in China, then they would have to do it in America too. They would have the courts would have precedent to make Apple do this. And there is no precedent currently. And basically, they're using a 200-year-old. Basically, they're saying it goes against the First Amendment, goes against the Fifth Amendment, and they're using the First and Fifth.
Which one's
Apple's
unreasonable search and seizure? Oh, that was the fourth.
It might be, but in Apple's terms, it was the First and Fifth.
I'll have to look that up.
I think we should also all go Droid.
What did you say the Fourth Amendment was?
I thought fourth was unreasonable search and seizure.
It is.
Seizure, sorry.
But I'm pretty sure, I can pull it up while someone else talks about this real quick, that in their motion, they're using the Fifth.
I don't know. I just have an issue with Apple.
I thought the Fifth Amendment was where you can't incriminate yourself.
Actually, yes, I believe it was.
Thank you, Dave Chappelle, and that hilarious.
I plead the Fifth.
There's so many different amendments, but I only want to choose one. Fifth.
The F-I-F. Fifth. So,
definitely watching that.
No,
today.
but my issue with Apple is that you're going to run your manufacturing base is in China, and you're going to run your business in a country that government can basically go wherever it wants, and then you're going to say, well, that's a different country, but here we obey the laws here. No, you have no moral high ground in that standard. You're just trying to make money wherever you can, so...
Although on the same hand, or maybe the other hand, one of those hands, is there still actionable intelligence on this dude's phone that's like 4 months old that the terrorists know the government has their hands on?
I don't know.
Like, you got to imagine they flipped the script a little bit.
But they were also able to already reset his Apple password, his iCloud password. So I don't really know.
But I'm just saying, like, if these tangos had burner phones, right? And so whatever this guy is, and they know that this dude's obviously the feds have his phone, wouldn't they just dump the phones, get new phones, like dump whatever patterns they use, get new patterns? Like, that's what I would do. If one of my accomplices, on the off chance that I became a criminal mastermind, which I am not NSA, I would just cut ties real fast and move on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of torn on it.
I mean, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, they have all backed Apple in this case.
Of course they did.
Because they have to. Yeah,
because if they don't and then the feds win, then they're coming at, theoretically, that's slippery. I feel it.
I mean, basically, Apple says, like, let's see, if Apple can be forced to write code, in this case, to bypass security features and create new accessibility, what is it to stop the government from demanding that Apple write code to turn on a microphone and aid the government surveillance, activating the video camera? This is all coming from Recode. Record conversations or turn on location services to track the phone's users. Apparently nothing.
The Fourth Amendment.
But I mean, the NSA already kind of does that.
But they're saying one of Apple's key arguments is filing centers on what it seems as the government's interpretation of something called the All Writs Act that would compel Apple to write code to bypass its security. So Apple argues that the Vulnerable All Rights Act wasn't created to provide the courts freewheeling authority to access new powers not afforded to the courts by Congress.
It's definitely
basically,
case.
Apple just wants Congress to make the decision, not the courts.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating. I mean, I'm definitely.
How many times in other state legislature and things like that, where the legislator would rather them make the laws than the courts make the laws for them.
Oh, every time.
So that's just that.
Get those activist judges out of here.
Let's see. We're kind of going long on the topic, so we're going to kind of do the main topic also as a topic. The next one is DC's Rebirth will see comic lines restart at number 1.
Now, I'm more of a Marvel guy, but didn't they just do that?
They did it quite a few years ago, actually.
Oh, the new 52. I thought
The
that
new
was recent.
52 is actually almost 4 years old, 5
really?
years old.
Okay,
Yeah, it's actually pretty old.
That makes sense, I
But
guess.
but basically, they claim Rebirth is not a reboot. It never was. So basically, they're going back to saying, we never did the new 52.
Man, if I was DC and my stories sucked that bad, I'd redo a reboot every 5 years too.
I mean, they have to be somewhat successful, though.
Well, they are successful, but the new 52 actually was less successful
Oh, really?
than any other time. So they're kind of going back. Just to kind of go through June's, they're going to do Rebirth specials of Aquaman, Batman, The Flash, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Superman, Titans, and Wonder Woman. Stop sleeping. There will be new #1 issues shipping twice monthly of Aquaman, Batman, The Flash, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Though what is funny is that they are not restarting issues of Action Comics and Detective Comics. They're actually going to go
the originals.
They're going to go back to the last original of them, and so we're going to get Action Comics starting at 957 and Detective Comics starting at 934.
Woo!
cool.
I won't go into July or anything like that. The big ones kind of came out.
Neither will DC. Just kidding. I do need to get that Injustice, though.
Injustice is probably one of the best storylines that I've ever read.
Totes. What else we got?
Last topic we're going to talk about is Deadpool and its newfounded success of rated R superhero movies and that effect on other superhero movies coming out.
Natalie, have you seen Deadpool?
I have not, but I've been wanting to see it. I hear
You
it's,
should.
when I heard it, like I'm not huge into comic books or anything, but
It's a love story.
when it came out,
It
I
is
was
a love
I was so confused because I'm like, wait, it's R-rated. It's not your usual comic book hero, but is he a hero? What?
I would say he's an anti-hero.
Anti-hero.
Although they've
Okay.
definitely made him more of the heroic anti-hero.
Do you like
in recent
Ryan
years.
Reynolds?
Yeah,
It's him.
It's Ryan Reynolds.
I did know this.
It's
I knew
no.
this.
I mean, it's basically
like
Yeah.
that
him.
the Deadpool character is basically Ryan Reynolds
and like every
if
movie
he was
he's ever
hammered.
been in.
I've been
and just
saying
did
that
not
since
give a
Van
damn.
Wilder.
Is
No
it
joke.
is it funny that his like little girl who's like maybe 2 or 3 or whatever, every time she sees Deadpool, she's like, "That's my daddy."
That's awesome and wrong on every level. I
Wrong.
can imagine.
So many levels.
Well, especially when you learn more about Deadpool.
Yeah.
He's not family friendly.
No.
For sure.
Yeah. If and when you go see that, it's rated R for a reason. So just be aware of that for multitudes of reasons.
I mean, but this isn't the first rated R superhero comic book. We've had Kick-Ass. We've had
Spawn might have been way
yes.
back.
Actually, I don't know if Spawn was. I'll look that up real
Blade.
quick.
Blade.
Everyone
yeah,
loves
Blade.
Ryan Reynolds though, so
And the
Canadian.
Punishers, and not all of them have been good. So now that they've seen this success, they're like, well, Hollywood's like, what can we do now to make all comic book heroes rated R?
do
can
have
I
some
just be honest for a second?
Do tell.
Okay.
I would hope you'd always be honest.
This is
Natalie.
super honest.
Have you not
so be
been honest
ready.
up to this
No,
point?
I have been.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just gonna throw it out here. Hollywood is trying to make comic book people sexier. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's like they want to draw in a bigger crowd. So they're like, all right, we want more people to watch this. So we're gonna cast Ryan Reynolds and we're gonna make him a little edgier.
Have you seen any of the Marvel movies?
Yes.
Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth,
Robert
That's
Downey
the point.
Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh,
Like,
Chris Hemsworth, I'm
But
sorry.
those are-
no,
Lost my
exactly.
train of
See,
thought.
PG-13.
this is no. But the point she's making, that's a very good
They
point.
want to
is-
attract more demographics.
Exactly. So obviously the guys want to go see the comic books because we're guys. That's what we do. But if the girlfriend, the wife, whatever's like, I really don't want to go see that. Oh wait, Chris Hemsworth's shirtless. Sign me up.
I actually recall someone's
Love
wife
Thor.
having a similar comment.
but
to that.
My wife.
Yeah.
But
that exact conversation
Sorry, speaking
happened.
from experience.
But I think that works. But I feel like when it gets to rated R, we're actually going to start losing demographics because you're going to lose the family friendly fun.
This is true.
And that's actually
Because
been a concern
it's-
for a long time.
I mean, I went to go see Deadpool, and parents did bring their children, and I felt awkward that they brought their children.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask a question? It's going to be a little bit sidetracked, but it's still on superheroes. So, with the new Superman versus Batman coming out, who are you guys for?
Superman all day long.
Yep, same. Love him.
Wait. What
and,
are we?
and it doesn't okay. Henry Cavill is my absolute favorite actor, and he's like when it comes to those dumb little hashtag Man Crush Mondays, don't do them. But if I did, he would be my Man Crush Monday through Friday.
Until you see his teeth.
He's British.
He's British.
No, he has nice teeth. He got veneers. I know this. He's my favorite
Oh,
person.
yeah. So they're fake teeth.
He's
Okay.
beautiful.
Have
But
you seen,
side apart from that, if he were unattractive, okay, it would change it a little bit. But it's Superman and Batman. Like, come on, Superman.
Wait, are we talking about who's going to win or who do we agree with more?
I agree with
both.
Batman more. Superman would win.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
My problem with this is that Superman in these movies is not Superman. He is dark and gritty, and he's more Injustice Superman than
He needs a
anything else.
smile. I mean, if my teeth looked like that too, I wouldn't smile.
I understand where they're coming
dude.
from. They want the movie to be more like the Dark Knight movies. They found success in that, and they kind of want to bottle that up and use it. But
to make something R for the sake of being R, I think is a big mistake.
Right. Well, and Batman vs Superman is going to be PG-13, but their home release edition will have a rated R.
Now
extended edition.
here is something that I think is important. A bunch of people are like, "Oh, they're only doing that because Deadpool came out." That's bullshit, and we all know it. You don't know. They've been shooting this film for months and months and months. Deadpool's only been out 2 weeks, okay? Don't tell me that what did they do? Go out and do a bunch of reshoots in the last 2 weeks, and now they're going to re-release it as an R? No.
What they do is they cut things out to make it PG-13.
Exactly.
So you can get the youngsters.
Exactly. So like they shot it as an R movie and then cut down from there. Well, clearly they had to have the R somehow.
Well, usually it's too many F-bombs.
But that's my point. So it's not like they went out and intentionally made it R.
In Deadpool's case, there was everything made it rated R.
All of the things. But no. So I mean, my point is that it would have been a rated R initially anyway until they changed it. So you seem excited.
Yeah. So I was just showing Natalie Made from Uncle, great movie.
Fantastic movie.
It's got her guy in it. So I pulled up a picture.
Also has Armie Hammer.
Did you know Henry Cavill's profile picture on IMDb is him as a Sith? So if you didn't choose Superman before, I heartily urge you to change sides and join Team Superman.
Jedi.
Sith.
Jedi.
Man, that's dope. That just made my afternoon.
All the time. All right. We are winding down to the end of our podcast.
So wait, time out. Okay, we did the Batman vs Superman. I have to ask now, Cap or Iron Man?
Iron Man.
Yeah, I would go Iron Man.
Don't let me down, Belligerent.
Only because Stu, a.k.a. John Cena, a.k.a. Captain America. I mean, get out of here. Captain America's so lame.
Captain America over.
Basically, all he has to do is like.
And let me give my reason. I see. This is my problem, though. I relate the character to the person playing it, and I hate Robert Downey Jr.
What?
Don't like him. Don't like him.
I was like fake upset, and I'm actually angry.
How?
I just don't like him.
I am in shock right now. Seriously?
I know. He's just, and I don't like his character in Iron Man. I just don't like him. So I'm gonna go with Captain America on this.
I mean, I appreciate the support on Team Cap, but like, whoa, that's like Zach saying that you hate Vin Diesel and The Rock.
Yeah, I just
Wait
don't.
a minute, guys.
How did I get stuck between?
Yeah, I'm gonna drag both of you into this.
How did I get stuck between an RDJ hater who's an American treasure? He's an American treasure. And you don't like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, arguably the nicest and largest person I've ever met in my life.
You know he's the highest paid actor.
I'm just not a fan of his acting.
RDJ.
Oh yeah. I'm not a fan of his acting.
In the Tooth Fairy? You didn't like the Tooth Fairy?
Oh, he's talking about Rock.
And with that, let's go on to the picks of the week.
She actually has the Tooth Fairy movie poster above her desk down here.
Maybe. You'll never know because it's a podcast and there's no video.
Bauman, you want to start off with your pick of the week?
Yeah, and I'm glad you asked, Zach. My pick of the week is nope, it's not, because I made a deal. It actually still is, but for the because I'm a man of my word, I think I'm going to give some love to Young Justice. Frankly,
the hell's Young
hate
Justice?
you.
It's a dope cartoon show from back in the day. I'm not actually, Zach. That can be yours again. I apologize. I think I'm going to go with the Chainsmokers. They've heavily influenced my life in the last 3 weeks. Mostly in that I went to their show and lost my phone, and it's been an expensive journey.
Can I ask what this pick of the week means?
Just something you enjoyed this week you want to tell people about.
It could be a movie, website, TV show, something that interests you.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to reverse that.
Good God, man.
Double reverse.
Your pick of the week is ADD.
My pick of the week is Andy Bauman. He's a delightful human being. He brings joy to those around him, and he makes a lot of great decisions.
Does have fantastic
Okay, I just cut off his mic. So let's go with my pick of the week. Don't touch.
Please. I want to hear your pick of the week. I'm not going to touch the soundboard.
My pick of the week is Young Justice. You don't... Oh, okay. My pick of the week is Young Justice seasons 1 and 2. They are on Netflix. I think the director or one of the owner creator guys of Young Justice kind of has been pushing everyone to watch it because I think he's hoping that Netflix may pick up a third season.
Mm-hmm. They have not said they would, though.
Right.
Don't
There's
get your
no
hopes up.
word. But
Dope
Netflix
show.
does tend to bring back shows, especially if you like to watch them on Netflix. So
And it was actually really good.
yeah, it's really good. I know I've seen all of season 2. I'm rewatching season 1, and I don't remember the first half of it, so it's kind of good that I'm going back to watch it. So that's my pick. How about you, the Brawn?
I'm glad you asked. My pick of the week is Andy Bauman.
What?
He has fantastic eyebrows.
Game
He has
changer.
a fantastic beard.
Game
And since you shut off his
changer.
mic, I'm going to continue this, seeing as how we are partners in crime. So, did you just shut my mic off?
Mine's still on, Stu.
Is it?
Pointing at you.
I turned it back on.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Bauman just happened.
Woo!
You're welcome.
You got Bauman.
Anyways, do you have a real pick of the week?
Does that mean I get to pick again, too?
No.
To be honest, I really don't.
Birthday cake protein shakes.
Birthday cake brooches. I really don't have a pick of the week.
That's right. He doesn't work out, so he couldn't even tell you.
Incline dumbbell bench press.
Actually, I
Workout
do have
of
a
the
pick of the week. I get started working
Shrugs.
out again on Monday. Woo!
That's
So
not-
excited.
That's not
I'm
a
excited.
Pick of the week. What's going to be your routine? What's going to be your first day back?
Monday, back day. Tuesday, chest day. Wednesday, leg day. Thursday.
Shrugs.
Actually, Wednesday I'm probably going to be relaxing.
I was going to say,
because
don't
it's gonna
skip
be our
leg day.
late
There's
night.
so
No.
many guys that skip leg day.
No.
If you
You're
skip
like-
leg day, why do you even go to the
Why
gym?
do I need to work out my legs? I already got 2 of them. Thursday, leg day. Wednesday, I'm taking a nap. And Friday is the best day. The only day.
Belligerent day.
Shoulder day. Close. Same thing, really.
Well, sometimes you get belligerent in the shrug machine.
So for my pick of the week, I need to do a little bit of a disclaimer here.
Oh, God.
Are you picking Barbie dolls, too?
No. Disclaimer is, I promise I really do like good music, but so I'm just gonna.
Oh,
I'm a little embarrassed about this, so I
I
may
swear to God,
or
if you
may
say Taylor
not.
Swift.
Now that's what I call music volume
I'm a
100.
T-Swift hater.
Okay,
for
good.
sure.
All right.
So I may or may not have experienced Fetty Wap this past Thursday. This is my disclaimer.
Wait, what is this?
Can't even look
This
at
is
it
a
right
rapper with one eye. He has one eye.
Fetty Wap.
But so I really do like. I mean, I like alternative rock. I really like good music. But you know what? It was Thursday. I was ready to turn up, get belligerent. I went to Fetty Wap, and it was great.
It was great.
And you know what? I had new experiences. It was just a
Well,
great.
you can't just say you
not
had
in
new
a weird way. Like
experiences.
experiences is experiencing rap music. You know, it came out weird. It's mine. It's over.
A little bit.
But no, it was a great time, and it was a Thursday, so I thought, you know what? Why not?
YOLO, as the youngsters say.
As the youngsters say. And there were, you know what? I was a little upset by the amount of youngsters at this Fetty Wap concert, but you know what? Just had a great time.
Sometimes you gotta rage
Got to.
to
Always.
Fetty Wap.
You always rage to everything. I will rage to T Swift, even though I hate T Swift.
Are you coming to the 500 with us?
Yes, I always go to the 500. But I
Zach,
won't
are you going to the 500?
No.
Bring El Bebe. Indoctrinate her into America.
Yeah. Is she even a real Hoosier?
This is how you make her American and love America.
You should make a crib out of an IndyCar tire. Also, I just trademarked that, so don't steal my idea, listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're wrapping up. Does anyone want to say any last final comments before we start heading out?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked, Zach. All right, gang, be careful out there. Don't step on any cracks.
We're not
Your
at
moms
that,
will thank you.
We're not at that point.
I'm just giving good advice.
Okay.
Because when you step on cracks, you break your mom's backs.
Plural?
Okay.
Or black?
Well, moms, as in like multiple moms.
And then they're multiple
Yeah,
backs.
and then their
Okay.
backs.
They're
All
multiple
right.
backs.
Natalie, anything? Any
You know
last
what?
words? No.
I hope to meet all of you out, this weekend and get belligerent and have a great time.
Listen to Fetty
This is my
Wap.
life. Let's do some Fetty Wap, be some trap queens, Okay, I'm done.
Hey, I do like that song.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
God.
We can crank it.
I-
That should have been our intro music.
I found it on Spotify.
Trap
not
queen?
bad.
It's not bad,
Brawn.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay, let's just go.
Thank
and with
you.
That, we're
Thank you to the Belligerent
I
for
didn't even
stopping
get
by.
thanked. I mean, I loved being a part of it, but
I
come
mean,
on,
yeah,
guys.
no. Thank you to the Belligerent
Yeah,
for stopping
thanks for coming
by,
in.
even though she has terrible taste in music.
I really don't, though. I actually have very good taste in music.
She still listens to Good Charlotte. Don't let her lie to you.
Hey, back in the day, good.
Back in the day,
Charlotte was
8th grade. Love me some good Charlotte.
good. Hell, back in the day, really? I've seen some of the stuff you listened to back in the
Still
day.
do.
Uh-huh.
Whatever
Are you a
that is.
Radioheader? That's one that used to be my favorite band.
Yeah,
I love Radiohead.
of course I like Radiohead and Tom York.
Good concerts.
Mm.
Yeah.
What did I listen to that's lame, Stu? I'm actually curious.
Shit.
Let's look at my favorite bands. Tool, dope. Queens of the Stone Age,
go.
even better.
New Kids on the Block.
Nah, I was never an NK whatever fan. 311 back in the 90s, because old Blink-182 before they turned emo.
Hanson.
Well, wait.
No, it was never
Oh
Hanson.
God, no. Wait, are we talking about some like the random crap you sent me? For instance, the Tibetan folk singing.
First off, Tibetan throat singing is probably one of the coolest talents you can do.
Do you like
No.
do you like folk music? Like Trampled by Turtles? Do you like Trampled
Oh
by
yeah,
Turtles? They're
dude.
good.
Wait so long.
I'm sorry, what? Trampled by Turtles.
They're really
They're
good.
these. It's a bluegrass band. Well, ish,
good.
With
and they're
Sorry,
pretty
Brain.
awesome.
this is
All right,
making your
guys,
brain hurt.
let's take this to the post-podcast party.
You're not invited.
We're
and
a
with
post-podcast
that,
party?
we're going to wrap up with this week's episode of The Beard, the Brand, and the Brawn. We want to take this time to thank everyone who listens to our podcast. We know it's a small number,
All
but
25
as our
of you,
show gets better and
26 now that
better,
Natalie's here.
we hope the number of ears we reach increases.
27.
27. Let's go.
And
this
everyone
week.
has 2 ears, so
Hey.
should be able to
Oh,
double that.
snap.
Hot dog. We
That's
don't
too
ask
much
for monetary
math.
support.
Dad
Instead,
jokes.
we ask for you to spread the word about the podcast. You can also support the show by emailing suggestions to feedback@adigitalfix.com.
If you want to pay me, I'll take it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Why haven't you paid me? I bring so much to this.
And I'm the one who puts this all together.
Follow me on Twitter, Natalie R News.
There
Oh,
you go.
hey, look at that. Follow me on Twitter at Zach Mayer, ZACMAIER.
If you don't know my Twitter name, I don't know if I want you to follow me.
It's at The Bauman. The Bauman.
I'm
Don't
cheaters.
follow me. I'm very paranoid. That would freak me out.
Yeah, but you don't really tweet a
He's
whole
too
lot. I
old,
mean,
he
you
doesn't have
follow.
a Twitter.
Aren't you like at
I
Stuart
am not
S.
the
Purcell?
oldest person at this table, madam.
Madame.
No, I tweet like during like election debates, and that's pretty much it. I can't hear what you said, but I'm gonna listen to this
Mike
podcast, and then I'm gonna know what you said.
He sings to
And I-
birds and calls it tweeting.
Guys, I'm
It's
tweeting.
delightful.
All right, who wants to be the last one to say something to the peeps?
This guy. That's all you get. I mean, I was just
God.
don't eat yellow snow.